again, Railway Russ here, and today we're going to have a look at Manningtree. Manningtree is in Essex. It's on the Great Eastern Railway. It's an heritage type simulation produced by PC Rail. This was produced by Rob Rotterdink, and it was released in September 2020. The timetable supplied is August 1953, and the trial version starts at 1836, which is quite late on in the day. Obviously the full version starts at midnight. So Manningtree, it's on the Great Eastern Railway, and we've got the sort of London to Ipswich line, London Liverpool streets on the right, so that's south. We're coming up into the station, and then we've got a junction, or rather a triangle junction, and we've got the line carries on to Ipswich and Norwich, and then we've got the branch to Harwich and Harwich Parkeston Quay. Harwick, I think that's how you pronounce it. I usually get these pronunciations wrong, so let me know if I've got that one right or not. Obviously the quay there was quite a big port. There was a lot of boat trains served that till quite later on. I can remember the Harwich boat train coming from West Houses, where I used to live. Was hauled by a peak, I think. So anyway, let's have a look at the simulation, see what we've got. Obviously it's basically a double track coming all the way through. Let's say we've got this triangle, and we're working to 3 boxes. Again, have a look through the local information, find out how far these boxes are from you. Then that tells you whether you need to offer the train on as soon as you get the train offered to you, or you can wait till you get train entry section. You'll find that as you go along, of course, with your distance signals and the running times and that sort of thing. So we've got 3 boxes, as we said. We've got Dedham, Bentley and Missley. We've got the distances actually from the Manningtree box and from the signals as well. So Dedham's 1 mile 78 change, which is virtually 2 chains off of 2 miles, 80 chains to a mile. Bentley's quite a way away, 3.5 miles, 3.75. Missley 1 mile 72, so that's near 2 miles again. There's a few interesting concepts on this, which I'll go through as we go along. We've got this level crossing right in the middle. It's still a busy level crossing at this moment in time, I believe. I think there's a little tunnel for the cars, or short cars, to get through. Anyway, 67 is the lever. I'll get this running. Oops. I've set the usual. Let me just pause that while I go through these. Set the block bells to menu. I've got the other sounds on, and my skill level set to 6. Again, slow that down if you want, till you get used to the layout and the signalling and the interlocking and all that sort of thing, and then you can speed it up to whatever you feel comfortable with. Right, I'll just go through these. Obviously we've got the 3 block bells to adjacent boxes and the block instruments, all absolute block. We have got some ground frames on here as well. We've got Brantham siding. We've got 2 ground frames for that one. Obviously we've got if you look at the left of the lever frame, we've got all the ground frame levers here. So we've got the release for A and B. Then we've got A1, A2, A3, which is the points of signals for this, and then the crossover between the up and main. This is controlled by a ground frame B as well. We've also got another ground frame, and this is the one into up sidings 3, ground frame released by lever 14. So we've got to pull that lever before we can change these points. Say we've got up sidings 1, 2 and 3. Coming the other way, we've got the down platform. Goes into the down sidings with the back platform. We've got 2 signals on the top of each other here, so 59 is top left, bottom right. So 59 will be for the down main, 58 will be across onto the branch. We've got quite a complicated group of locks and points here. Again, we've got another 57 and 56 of coming out the up platform in the wrong direction, as it were. So we've got 57 which should go across here, I think that's right, and 56 which should go on the branch. If you're not quite sure, we can have a look, of course, in the locking details, and it tells you what the signals are set for. We've got a bay platform here, or a dock platform with a run round. There is some notes about that as well. If you signal a train into this dead end, you won't be able to get it out, I don't think. But say, have a look in the local information. I'll just put that up now. Say we've got the usual history, bit about signalling, how it's been adapted for the simulation from the original. Like added signal 53A on the down branch. Facing point locks, shunting. Right, can't find the bit about the bay platform, but there's some instructions in there about it. Right, take care not to run any trains beyond points 39. It's actually got a special location in there as well, I can remember. There we are, special location has been created for the end of the dock platform. And these are timetable moves as well, these run round moves, so that's quite easy to understand. There's the location of the box. Now we've got some spring points, which are unusual. I presume this was to save levers, and they're all trailing spring points are, so they're shown quite correctly here as either pointing either way. So you basically just ignore those, and you can run over them from whichever direction you need to. Obviously you can't come back the other way, and spring points tend to lie for the main line, and if there was single line running or something like that, then we'd have to position the points, clip and scotch the points so they're in the correct position. So we've got some facing point locks here. We've got a little symbol there, which is facing point marked with that symbol, are controlled by lever 28. So the 28 releases that and that, so it's quite a few. And then we've got a small siding, branch siding, crossovers. We've got a catch point 43. And then the siding, I think that's about it. Yeah, let's now, one main thing, of course, got all this very, very unusual. I've never seen this before on a layout, but we've got no track circuits where it's white on the main line, right across the crossover, the road crossing, and also across these points. So obviously there is a track circuit built into the system, but we can't see it. So trains just disappear right in front of our eyes. Obviously not sure why that was, but I've checked the diagram. If you look on Google, have a look for Manningtree signal box diagram. There's an old one on there, if I recall it, and it is correct. There's no track circuits. I presume it was probably to save money, and where the box is sighted, he would obviously see the trains. We can't see the trains except on the diagram, of course, so you just have to be wary of that, or aware of it, should I say. So if you see trains there, don't do anything until they arrive onto the next circuit, as it were. Anyway, let's start it going. As I say, the trial version runs from 1836 for a couple of hours. I'll probably run it for an hour, so again, I don't want to make the video too long, and we'll run through a few trains. So the first one, we've got class 1 on the down main and a class 1 on the up main. Now these are just passing straight through. All the points and facing point locks are already set for that sort of move, so we'll just wait for that train to be offered. Now on the down main, it's not too far from Dead Box, and I've run the first part through just once, just to see how things go. But I noticed I kept missing the distance on the down. Right, so we've got class 1 offered. I can accept it. The clearing points I've not mentioned. As usual, 440 yards beyond the signal. So we've got the clearing points marked there on the down. The clearing point on the up is marked there just before this, just after this junction signal. We've got an outer home number 1. And on the branch, it's quite a short clearing point. It's literally just beyond the first signal. I would have thought that would have been a lot longer than there, probably down to 6 or 7 on the main sort of thing, and on the curve 13, but it's probably too restrictive to run the simulation like that. Or perhaps regulation 5 was offered, I'm not sure. Right, so as I say, this one is due through in 2 minutes. I'm going to offer this one on straight away. So this is going on Bentley on the down main, so it's line clear for class 1. We need these crossings, so I'll click 67. I just sent us train entrance section as I did that. So that shows you when it's locked. We're going to miss the distance again, but no worries. 60, let me just check the signals. 54. So I'm not 100% familiar. 52 and 63. Yeah, it's just started braking for the distance. I say it's just quite close. I don't think it's too bad coming the other way. Caution in trains. Again, I think it says if it's booked to stop in the station, you don't need to caution it or bring in peg to peg sort of thing. Rule 39A. It's only if it's a through train and it's not signalled throughout. Right, so he's here straight away. So yeah, it's got 10-11 minutes for the next train, so we've got quite. Then we've got one coming off the up branch, 2A41. Stops at Mistley, terminates in the dock platform. Yes, I'm not sure about 40A. Well, I think you do have to clear that before you can clear 7, and there's these running line dummies as well, 31, which I think that's for the loop and for the dock platform. 34 must be across this little slip road there. Right, it's coming through. Let's get the distance and the. So right, it's just literally jumped that gap, as it were. So I can send out a section. 61 can go back. 67 unlock the gates, and train entrance section. And the down main can be sent. So they do whip through at quite a speed. Obviously the freights all run a lot slower and easy to signal, but it stops on that one for quite a while, I've noticed, so it must be quite a long portion of track, that between 54 and 52. So I say he's going at 80, so he's not hanging about. Liverpool Street to Cromer Eye. Yes, there was 2 stations at Cromer. I think one was Cromer Town. Not sure. Obviously, just 1 station left there now at the moment, and that's probably a shadow of its former self. The signal box is still at the Cromer station as well, which has been preserved. Right, 52 can go back, is clear of that. So the one off the up branch, yeah, I'll set the points for that one shortly. It's basically this crossover, 20, 27 and 25. Right, see if I've missed anything else. crossings. No. Right, so that's outer section for the first train. We've got time compression on. Obviously quick time advance will only allow you to click that if there's quite a big gap. It's moved on to 1846, so we should have this express offered very shortly. And this is one coming from Cromer High to Liverpool. Liverpool Street, not Liverpool, London Liverpool Street, of course. That's the Great Eastern sort of terminus in London. Right, this is the class 1 I've accepted. We've got 4 minutes, so we can leave that one probably a minute or two, although this distance signal C, now we've got A and B for the ground frame, C we've got the distance, so that must have been another frame extension for that. So it's quite a full frame, and obviously we're only controlling one signal box. Right, I'm going to, there's no reason not to offer this train on the up main, so I'll get on the dead and block. Is likely if class 1. And there we go, train intersection. So we know train intersection sent 3 minutes before. Probably not get the crossing shut. So let's have a look what we need. 1, 2, 3. Then we go up further up. 8, 9, and the distance C. Yeah, it's just starting to break. So it's a little bit tight. Probably after a couple of minutes, after you've accepted the train, after 2 minutes off the train on, and then clear the signals if you can throughout. But yeah, this level crossing literally right in the middle of a busy junction, really. Right, he's gone past the distant. Obviously, not all semaphore signals on this layout. We've got the distance C and number 1. The stop signal is a colour light, so distant will show yellow or green. Number 1 will show green and red. So I'll put number 1 back. And we've got another coloured light on the branch, number 4, which is it must be like a single aspect one. It's shown as 1 light, that instead of 2. So I presume that does change. We have got a lever for 4, and we've got another some coloured lights on the down main as well. 63 the distant, and 62 a colour light ohm signal. Right, so you can see this train's just disappeared until it's back the other side of that gap, the track circuit gap. So 2 can go back, 3 can go back, railway crossing, after section, and then train entry section on the up main. Oops, that's the one. say they come through here quite a speed. So that's one on each of the main lines we've covered. That's fairly straightforward. This junction will be flank protected as well, which I might have covered on other videos, but you basically can't, I'll show you. I'll unlock the points with 44. 43 is locked. You can't pull that section up until you've cleared the other line as well. This is to stop something running back into train crossing, so we have to unlock 42. I'll just cut the bell off, add section, so then we can clear 43. So anything running back will then go onto that line, so it saves anything smacking into the side of that train, if you see what I mean. That's your flank protection on junctions. Obviously with spring points it's a different matter. So the spring points probably would be set actually for the curve, so it's got flank protection built in, as it were. Anyway, let's put these points back. Oh, I've just told you about flank protection and then messed it myself. So 43 has to go back first, then 41, then we can lock with 42 and 44. Right, so we've got Miss Lee is asking, is line clear for class 2 off the branch, which we can accept. Again, he does go across this road crossing as well, but since it's terminating here, yeah, 12 signal is to go across the curve, of course. 5 is to go down to the bracket. 7 is to go into the dock platform, and 6 would be to carry on to the up platform and up main. So let's get these points set. So we've got that symbol there, which is basically 28. So that unlocks that. Then we can unlock 26, which unlocks 25 end and 24 end. Obviously it's a facing point when you're coming out of the dock platform and going onto the down branch. Right, so we need 25 and 27. That's all set, so they can all be locked up. Right, as I say, I'm not sure. I'll check 40A when have a look. Just have a quick look in the locking details. 40A just says dock platform requires 39 normal, which is obviously that crossover. Right. Now he's braking the station stops at Miss Lee, and that's the 1830 from Harwich Town, terminating the dock platform. Detach incoming engine as OA41. So obviously once it's terminated, we'll uncouple that, and that is a timetable move. Look, Manningtree to dock platform end. So it's actually even timetabled from this platform into the end, and I think it's because it stops at this location which I talked to you about, the special location. Otherwise, if there wasn't this arrangement, it'd go right down to buffer stops, and then we wouldn't be able to use the run round loop. So he actually stops in there, and then again he forms 084. So he stops in then for 18 odd minutes or so, and then he basically leaves there at 1923, run round via run round road. That takes some saying if you've had a few beers, and signal 31. So yes, he stops behind 31, across the level crossing, then comes back onto his train. So we'll do that in a few minutes. Right, he's still slowing down. She's just stuck. Oh, yeah, that's a bit odd. Right, this class 9's appeared on the train information as well, so he's going to have to wait. He's going to have to wait there until we've got this one inside the clearing point. Oh. Right, so this is train entry section for that class 2, which is terminating here, and Bentley's offered this class 2, which we can accept, the up main to up main. So he's booked to stop here 1906, 1908, so there's not an urgent rush to offer this one on. And again, we don't need to caution the train in, so we can just clear 1, 2 and 3, and he will just know he's booked to stop at the station. Obviously you can't clear this distant because we'd still have 8 and 9 on, but depends how you want to signal that. Depends what other moves you've got coming in and out these sidings, and just generally the running times of the trains and what you've got on the layout or about at the time. I tried to keep these gates or the crossing in use for the road traffic, try and keep it as realistic as possible. There's nothing to stop you just locking those gates like that and forgetting about them. Rest of the simulation, you don't get any points or any nasty people coming up to the box and saying why these gates closed all day. Obviously, you try and keep it realistic. I'm not sure whether the gates was worked from the box or whether crossing keeper worked them. I'm not sure how those gates were worked. All we've got is 67 the lock. Right, so we've got entrance section for that one. He's coming in off the branch. Since he's booked to stop, I wouldn't have thought we'd have to caution for that one. So let's bring him in, see what happens. So we will have the crossing. So let's try it. We'll clear 5, clear 7. Lever is locked, probably because of this running line dummy. Let's try 31, then try 7. Yep. So I'm not sure if you need 40A or not. I'll leave that back, see what happens. I think he does terminate anyway. So we've got the other one as well coming onto the 60 miles an hour. So we could clear the signals for him at the same time, since we've got the gates shut. So we need 1, 2, 3, and that's all. Can't clear the distant. He's braking anyway. We've got that class 9 waiting. So where's this train gone? It's just disappeared on the white section. So we know he's cleared 5, which I can send out to section 4. Oops, wrong belt. That's the one. Straight away is offered that class 9. What happens to that? Up branch to up siding 3. Run through station, stop at signal 142. So this one comes through the platform behind 142, then back into the up siding 3. I'm going to offer this one on the up main, this class 2, so don't forget it. Eight and 9, even though I could clear the distant now, you see, but it doesn't matter, he's gone past it. Right, 7 can go back, and he's terminated. Obviously, again, it's not track circuited, so it's easy to forget this train's on there. So I've never known anything like this before on a main line junction station with no track circuits. Right, So we can put this lot back really. I've still got 31 off, I've just noticed. Oh, yeah, I've got to get you shut, of course. Right, so let's put 28 and 26 and put these back. So it's 25 and 27. Relock. Right, cut the bell off there. That's train intersection for this class 9. He's obviously come to a stand, he's just starting off. Right, now that one was terminated, he's already changed into the next code, but we've got to detach the engine if you remember, so it's right click, uncouple, loco, and we're going to call it OE41 as per the instructions. Departs 1908, so I'm going to clear 40A for that one, so when he wants he can drop down to the platform end. Right, 3 can go. Oh, we've still got these signals off for this one, so 1, 2 and 3 can go back. We unlock the road crossing and outer section. Right, just to recap then, we've got this one coming off the branch, class 9, and he's going into the upside in 3. So we do need those points changing at some time. We've got one standing in the platform now, this 2Y91, Ipswich to Colchester, and he's due to depart at 1908, which is another minute. All the signals off for that, and obviously we've got the line clear. We've got this light engine at the end of this train, which has arrived in the dock platform, and he's going to just go into the end at 1908. Then we've got the next passengers 919. Right, we've got this class 9 coming in. Obviously the D is in the way at the moment. There is a few trains up branch to down main and vice versa, up main to down branch, so just be aware of those. We've got one here at 1A97, Peterborough North to Parkeston, so he comes on the up main and goes onto the down branch. Good thing about that, it doesn't affect your lower crossing, and you can off the train on straight away and clear the signals. Right, he's just started to leave. That one from the platform has just gone to the end, so 40A can go back. Signal 8 can go back. We'll send train intersection. Let's have a look at this. Right, so he's slowing down, so we can clear the signals once he's below 10. We can, let's just see if we can do the shunt too. No, it won't pick that one up yet. You have to, sometimes the shunt 2 doesn't show all the signals, only showing 3857, so that's what we've cleared the signals to. Now, of course, at this moment in time, as you can see, I could put 5 back. I can send down to section on the branch for that. Where is it? It's approaching number 7 and 6, but of course this non-track circuited bit. So I'm going to just cleared 9 the passengers. So let's get these points across. So I need 42 and 41 and lock. Don't need to touch these other points. Right, let's get the crossing locked, and it's already stopped. Oops. Signal 7. No, it's not signal 7, it's signal 6, of course. this outer section from Dedham for the passenger. Now he's just started to move, so they don't always move straight away when you clear a signal. There might be some delay, which was an added feature a while ago just to make it more realistic. So I'm going to clear 8 and then I'm going to use the shunt to command. So I right click, shunt to 142. There we go. I think that does help. You don't have to caution trains then if you've got the shunt to. The driver's told us that's where you can go up to. Otherwise we'd have to bring him nearly to standard 8 and then clear. So I don't know whether that's cheating or not. Anyway, it's just coming off this non-track circuited part, so I can put 6 back. And let's see if we can get the crossing. Yep. So up main to down branch. So all we've got for there, we've not got a facing point lock as such. 22 and 21. There it is, it's just offering that train on now. So I can accept that. Yes, so these are basically combined facing point locks. They're probably motor points actually, distance from the box. So we just clear 21. It's moved and locked all in one position. You don't need flank protection because I think these spring points are set. Right, so and we've got a class 2 being offered from Dedham as well. So I put 8 back. Now just keep an eye on that one because this track circuit A on the up main, it covers this point and that point as well. So until this says it's standing at that signal, we won't be able to change the points. Right, where was we? Let's this up main to down branch. Right, we might as well offer that one on. So it's this line clear. That's one. And I'm going to clear the signals. Don't think the distance will apply. So in this case it's number 10, then 11, and then 53A right down this end. That was A. I'll try clear C, but no, it's made line only, that one. Sometimes it's training intersection for it. Sometimes distance signals are on brackets as well, so that would have indicated there, but we've got one signal in between. So right, so he's now held there. Train intersection for that class 2. Now he's booked to stop, so I'm going to clear the signals. So that's 62. That's all for that. And this one is held at 142. Now if you remember, we need the ground frame release, which is lever 14. Then we can clear the points 141. Now all the ground frames are down here. 141, I started to look at this end of the frame and realised they're down here. 141 and 142 to go inside. And there he goes. So we've got this class 2 coming in, and this class 1 going around the curve onto the branch. We've got this light engine depart due at 9:18, so basically he's running round. So I'll get 39 points ready and 40. Obviously 40A is probably an additional signal being put in just to control the or protect this crossover. It's only booked to stop in a minute, so we don't have to be too long with that one. 62 can go back. He's still backing in. He's approaching the junction. I'm going to offer this class 2 2Y34. Right, you remember that lighting just now moving. He's gone inside clear, so I'm going to put this ground frame back. So it's 142, 141, and don't forget to lock it with 14. If you forget, you probably won't be able to clear 8 now, because you've got your ground frame release. So if you pull 14 or put 14 back, then you'll be able to clear 8 signal. Now the facing point locks on this one. Sometimes if the facing point locks reversed, it's locked, but on other types of lever frame, particularly the Great Central, and in this case the Great Eastern, the points are locked when the levers are back in the frame. So 26, you'd think it'd be there, but that actually releases the lock. So they're the opposite way around. There's advantages and disadvantages. That one is that it makes a nice tidy frame because all the levers are back in the frame. You're not going to bang into the lever, which some signalmen have done, including myself. Whereas the Midlands, you've got all the locks are sticking out of the frame. But of course, when you move a point on a Great Central, you pull the locking lever, then you've got to get to the side to pull the point. And if it's in between a lot of signal levers and you might be a bit portly like myself, it's a bit of a squeeze. So there's pluses and advantages all round about that one. Right, let's have a look what's happening. He's due at 9:20, so we better get that one off. But let me just send entrance section for that one and put 1 and 10 back, and out of section for that. I've not offered it on, so I better offer this class 2. I've been rattling away and it's going to make him late. So I've offered that on, then I can send out a section and then we can get these gates shut. 61, 54 and 52. Again, the white stripes indicate the signal is locked until the line clear is obtained from the box in advance. So he's going. Right, he's held at 33. Of course, we've got that move, so I'm going to put 40 back. Forgive me for clicking on the diagram. Right, let's have a look. Oh, I've still got this. Yes, let's nip him across while we've got these gates shut. So we need 28 to unlock 32. Right, since he's going, I think we need 30 as well. Right, yep, should be able to lock those now. And see if we can get 33 signal. Yes, I'm going to click on shunt to 34. Although it is a branch siding, it has got a buffer stop. It wouldn't disappear. Right, I've not sent out a section for that one on the down mains, so I'll do that now. Rather late. Could have done that when he stood in the platform. Oh, I'm going to say, but I didn't delay anything, but I might have done actually. Anyway, accept that class 1. Down main to down branch, so he's coming across. He is due to stop in station 2 minutes, so he's going across onto the branch and down to Harwich. So let's have a look. Right, let's get these signals back for that one. That's 11 can go back, 53A, and entering section. This train on the down main, 54 can go back. Right, let's keep an eye on that one. It's already held at 34 now, so right, 33 can go back. Get the points back, so unlock with 28 and 32, relock. So we should be able to get 34, although I think we need that signal. Yes, I think you need 48 for some reason. Ah, no, it's not 34. I don't need. Let me try 31. That's better. Yes. Yeah, I thought 31 was a cross, but that move is not signalled. Right, what's happening? Train intersection for that. And This line clear class 2. Accept. Right, where was I? I'm getting behind things. Up main to oh, he's already on his way. He's still going down the branch. It's quite a way down there, Miss Lee. So we're not getting out of section for that. I've got a few on here now. Down main to down branch. Right, let's get the signals cleared for that one. So we can come into the station. Now that that point's already set. So let's clear 43 back. We've got another one coming in. Oh, he's a few minutes later anyway. So that one's due to depart at 1929, and that one's due to arrive at 1934. So this one has precedence over the junction. So let's 43. Now 43 controls this trap or catch point as well as that. Still got these. We just put the level crossing back. The 31. Now he's terminated, so once he's terminated I can couple that one up. Right, back to this one. Facing point lock. Can't offer this one on yet because, oh, I can now. Received out of section, so I'm going to offer that one on. His line clear for class 1. And we'll get the signals for that one. Say it's not due to depart for another 3 minutes. Oh, of course I need the road crossing. I'll leave it a minute or two. Keep the motorists happy. 62 can go back. Now obviously I'm sending out a section to Dedham for trains arriving in the platform on the down, but the signal box is here. He wouldn't have seen the tail lamp, so there would have been special instructions or a plunger or a phone on the platform, so the guard could ring the box and tell him the train has arrived complete. And that's out of section on the down main. Right, so I say he's now changed to OZ1, so I'm going to click on proceed, so then he buffers up, then I click on couple. So he's coupling up to that one which departs at 1940. Right, let's see what we've got. He's just arrived on time. I can send out a section for that one. He's inside clear. It's quite a busy, interesting simulation, this one. Right, he's leaving the station, so it does show you this. Yeah, it stops at Bentley and at Manningtree. So it does show you the station stop and is now accelerating. So we get train entrance section for that one. Now we have got 21 points set wrong, so I'm going to put them back. Now I would have thought 2 would be locked because of these junction points across there, but they might not be. Depends what the interlocking's like. So I'm going to get the signal set for the branch. So it's signal 60, which I can't clear. Of course, I've not locked the road crossing. So it's 67 first. Then that should release that one. We need 53 and 53A. So, oh, he's leaving already, yeah. I think I've got this speed on a little bit too high, really. I would prefer it at level 5, real time. But I want to try and get as many trains in as I can. So we can't do anything with that one. So we just bring him as far as we can, signal to signal. If it was clear into the platform, because it's booked to stop again, we can just clear all the signals accordingly. So he departs at 1940. I have to remember to do that one. branch, 1A43, so we've got one going off the branch and going onto the up main. Oh, the up main. Oh, that's that one. I have to remember which ones they are. Day Continental connects out of day sailing from the Hook of Holland. Right, so he's gone over that gap as such, so put 60 back. I'll put the gates back for a few minutes and then we send out a section. Entering section to Mistley for that one. He's still travelling at 45, so 53 can go back. And it's braking. It's braking for the home signal. So we better get the gates back now. We've still got these cross this junction set wrong, so I'm going to unlock 42, 44. Put 43 and 41 back. Put them in the wrong order. Just ignore that bell for now, which is down main to down main. Right. Lock the crossing. And 1, 2, 3. There's also no reason we can't offer that one on. It's not going to stitch anything up, so I'm going to offer that one on as well. Class 2. And clear the signal. Platforms start at 8. And the section signal 9. Or advanced starter. Which is both really. .53A, I've noticed that's still stuck up in there. And that's out of section on the branch. Now if we'd still got 53A off and it sent us out of section, you can acknowledge it, but it will come up with a message that we've left section signal off. Oh, that's quite quick. So he's actually a through train, so I could have should have offered this on straight away. So I'm going to offer that class 1 on. I've already got the gate shut, so let's see if we can clear the signal. 62, 61, 54, 52, and the distance 63. Yeah, it's quite good. You cleared the distance. The driver's obviously seen the distance go off, so he's then going back to line speed. And it's a through one as well. This doesn't stop. So I should have paid a bit more attention to that. Offered that one on straight away as soon as I accepted it and got the route set for it. Right, this one's disappeared in this black hole, so one can go back. And 2 out of section for that one. Now if you put 3 back, it stops because it's just come out of it. So now I can put 3 back. Of course, I'm leaving the gates locked. I've got this one coming through 71 miles an hour. I presume it has to brake for these facing point junction, but not too much. It's quite a fast. Must have been a sight seeing these thundering through at that speed. Right, 63 can go back. 62. 61 and out of section. Get the gates back. Yeah, it's coming through, and then entering section for that one to Bentley. Yeah, so they don't certainly don't mess about. Straight back in, going increasing speed as well. Right. If you remember, we've got this one due at 1940, so let's get this point set at least. So we've got to unlock 28, unlock the points, and 26. I think you have to put 30 back, yes, otherwise I won't be able to get those. 27, 25, oh, and 24 of course. Right, so that's the root set. Let me just relock those so I don't forget. Light engine, oh, that's on the up main. For up sidings 2. Right, this one's sneaked away from the station, so it's entering section to deaden for that one, and 8 can go back. 52 can go back. Right, so this light engine 1955. Right, if you look at the notes, it says hold at signal 3 for 1935 from Parkiston, so that must be coming off the up branch, which is that one, 1935, yes. So he stops at 3 while this one comes off the branch, I suppose. Yes, if you try to run him in front of it, it could stitch it up, especially if that one's a non-stopper as well, and that's a non-stopper. Right, anyway, we're back to this one in the bay, because there's no train ready to start or anything for that. 1938, I'm going to offer it on, so it's Miss Bell is likely for class 2. Of course we need the gates. Just stop the traffic for 2 minutes. Right, let's see if we've got these signals right. 55 with a platform starter, 53 and 53A. Yeah, so that's ready for that one to go. 9 can go back. So he's ready to go. That's out of section passenger, and we've got this light engine coming, arriving at 9:55, but as I say, he just stopped there, so there's no rush for that one. And off he goes, just setting up. Right, I can put I'll put 55 back and get the gates unlocked. Entering section on the branch. And 53 can go back. Right, these points I'm going to put back so I don't forget them. So this unlock with 28, 26. So I can put the crossover back, 24, 25 and 27. Relock with the facing point locks 26 and 28. And we've got train engine section for this light engine on the up main. And the signal now is clear, so we can put 53A back. Right, this one on the branch, we've got the one on down main to down main. That's all route set for that one. The up branch doing 7 minutes, I'm going to get these points set for that. So I'll unlock with 42 and 41 and then relock. I don't need to touch this other point. I've done that to remind me to bring this one onto the layout, off the layout, should I say, or through our system before I've got this light engine to deal with. So he's showing you stopping on the branch. So he does stop at Mistley Station. We've got all the loco numbers are shown as well on this simulation. Sometimes it's just a class of loco, and sometimes it's the full number. Right, the light engine's just appeared on the approach. Yeah, what time do we start? At 18:35. Yeah, probably just run this one through. Well, I always say that and carry on. That's the thing about these simulations, there's always something coming along which is interesting to carry on, if you know what I mean. Just want to run another train or two. Every time you realised it, it's 2 or 3 hours have gone and you forgot to do that job your missus asked you to do a few hours ago. I'm sure you'll find an excuse. I usually do. Right, class 1. Oh dear, we've got everything happening in there. So I've got a class 1 offered Dedham and a class 1 offered from Mistley. Right. If you remember, these are coming straight through. So I'm going to offer these on and pull off the signals. So let me just start a section for the. I've got this light in, you're still coming in. Right, let's get this offered then. So class 1 on the down main. It's not clear for class 1. And then on the up branch, he's doing 4 minutes. I'm going to also offer that one as well. And I'm going to clear the signals for that, even though it's a few minutes away. So I lock this road crossing off. So I've got 62, 61, 54 and 52, and the distance 63, and we'll do that again from the branch, up branch to up main. So let's have a look what we need. 5, 6, just ignore that a minute, 8, 9, see if we can get 4. Yes, we can. And that's train intersection from the branch and train intersection on the down main. So he's now slowing down at 1. I'll see if I can clear 1. Yeah, he can drop down to 2. So by the time this one's come off the branch, there'll be no need to hold him at 3 anyway. I've got another branch terminator off the up branch, and he again goes into the dock platform. So quite a good service on the branch. Well, I'd say it's a branch, it's like a main line. Right, we've got this one. So we've got this one coming off the branch, this one coming on the down main. Just have to keep an eye on things. One can go back while he's drawing forward. So you just slow down for this junction. So 63 and 62 can go back. And I'm going to send out to section that for that one on the down. 5 can go back. No, it can't. Oh, of course, I've still got the distant off number 4. Then 5 can go back. He's coming through now. 61 can go back. And the entrance section on the main line. 54 can go back. 6 can go back, and then I think I can unlock the gates. He's not stopping, so off he carries on. Oh, we can send out a section on the branch, of course. And entrance section on the main. 8 can go back, and 52 go back. Right, let's get this light engine up to 3. So it's down to 10 miles an hour, so I'm going to clear number 2. Then I've got to set these points back, so 42 unlock, put 41 back normal, relock. Then I can bring this one down. Is it going up sidings 2? Right. Right, it's gone clear of 9, so I can put 9 back. So get out a section for both these similar times. Right, this light engine's disappeared. I put 2 back. Shut the gates, or lock the gates, and clear 3. Yeah, I seem to have got out of section at the same time, so one bell's overridden the other. It's a good job it flashes on the block. Right, I'm going to cheat again here a bit. I'm going to shunt 2, this time 17, and I'm going to clear 8. So then he can drop down there. Right, so next one we've got one off the up branch terminating in the dock. At the same time we've got one passing on the up main. So I'm going to get the points set for this up dock. Remember we've unlocked the 28 and 26. Clear 27 and 25. Routes all set and relock with 26 and 28. 3 can go back and release the crossing. The upsiding 2 is not a ground frame like the upsiding 3, so we just can clear point 16 followed by the signal 17. Still got steam running, sorry about that, exit that. Right, 8 can go back, it's now braking. Of course I could have sent out a section for that on the up main. Could have done that a while ago. And now it's stopped, so let's get 16 followed by 17, and then it's back, in he goes. So I didn't actually have to hold him at signal 3 as per the instructions. but I did bring in peg to peg 1 and 2 and so on. Well, I just wait for that one to I'm going to turn the time compression off. Run it for what, about an hour and a half, and so there he goes. I'm going to stop that now. It's inside. Oops, need to run it while I'm changing points of signals. Right, I'm going to stop that there, and we can carry on to the end of the timetable some other time. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that video and learnt something new. If you have, please give me a thumbs up, and everybody always says please subscribe. It's up to you whether you want to subscribe or not. I think the only thing you do if you subscribe, you will get automatically you get an email notification to say when I've put another video up, but I'll put it up on Facebook when I've done this anyway. So anyway, thanks very much again for watching. I hope you've learnt something new, something to give it a try again. Don't forget, you can always download these free of charge, run through the evaluation version as many times as you want, and which this video does cover that period. Again, the full version starts at midnight, so there's I have a lot of trains on there. If you want to have a look at the timetable, I'll just quickly put that one on. Look, we've got 244 trains, 24 hours, and let's say 1953. So that's quite an interesting one. So right, I'll switch it down now and have a look at the next one to do. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again another time. Cheers for now.